Thank you, Kim. So, hello everybody. Thanks to be here tomorrow, this morning. Uh, Today I'm gonna talk about Volto because I had a little project and I wanted to try Volto on a real project. So, I am this person, but you know it, yeah. Um, I have also a ball Python. So yeah, I am a Python developer with a Python. Yeah. And okay, my story is a really common story because I am a front-end developer, but it is applicable to any developer. And I had a side project, no time. Do you know this story? So I had several opportunities. I had a static website, but it wasn't viable because I had editors to manage content, so it was not the way. Regular Plone website, but the theming was uh, even on a small team. Uh, it was really big for me because I had no time really. It was like okay, I have to do it in a night or 2 or 3 nights, anything more. So I know there is the alternative like WordPress. Yeah, but you know I'm here, so I want I don't want to use that. So let's try Volto. Yeah. Um, so my talk is gonna be on the choices I made and about my experience trying it. Pros and cons about it. The opportunity to try new stuff because we all want to try new stuff. Volto is an interesting project. I look into the sprint, but I never had the opportunity to try in a real project. And because I had a small website to create, it was the opportunity to try it because yeah, it's a small website. It has a cool UI React based, so it's funny to develop. And the interface the Volto team created is nice for users. It is continually updating, which is a really nice stuff because when you create a project and you don't have the time to maintaining it, the idea you have the opportunity to update it and have new features and stuff, it was comfortable for me. And it uses Plone CMS behind, which I love. There are cons too, because I had no experience with building a website on it. And so I had no time, but I have to invest some time of my nights, developing nights, to try and learn how to build a new site with it. No clear idea on estimating because I had no time and I had to invest that time in deal with docs and the code and try it because so I had no clear idea on when I will finish. And yeah, I had in my mind that I would like to talk about this in this conference, and I'm doing it, but the website I finished like a week ago. Um, in my mind, I would have like the link on this slide, and it is published. No, it isn't. So it is continually updating. That is a cons too, because it is changing, and the first version is next to be released. I guess. I hope it is good. And so you have to maintain your application because it is changing a bit. like I tried with create Volto app and using the alpha version, something was broken. I don't know why. So I'm currently using the 3 version. Uh, so it is cons, but it's not a lot negative. You have to know that it is too maintainable. And the docs. I know I have the Volto team here, so sorry guys, but the docs are missing. It is a community issue, not yours. Yeah, there are docs, but not complete. And for blocks, for example, I had some trouble, and I had to try the code again and again, or inspecting the source code of Volto. So, what were the expectations of the project? A simple, a small website, nothing complex. I I wouldn't have problems in design or content, well, strange behavior buff content. No, nothing. Documents and news, nothing more. No URL wireframes. So I decided to start with Pastanaga. It is a cool UI and a good base, so I wanted to create a design on it, adapting the blocks and other stuff. So really a lean process. And I wanted user management from Plone and its security, which is a nice plus. So let's start. And Epix create Volto app, and it's done, almost. I had a working Volto website. I was using Docker behind it to try the teaming part of development. And so, yeah, it's working. I had a Volto website. Next. I was alone in my project. I'm the only developer on it. And I had only the editors who were busy to create contents. So, which development process I could follow? The path I followed is that from a plain Volto website from scratch, I created the access for editors, and I teach them to create basics contents. So they started to to create stuff, documents, news. They played around with blocks, and they were starting figuring out what they expected from the website, from the design. So from contents, editor was trying the UI, the interfaces, and the blocks that were available, and the teaming. I wanted to start from the contents itself, because when you create a design, it's often you create stuff for I don't know that part that user maybe can use in the site, but in this case it was really controlled because the few contents, and I am in the team that is creating content, so I was to focus on what was there really needed. Yeah, we had some content, some pages, and other stuff. I customized the logo. That is a bad version. Editor could see what they can do with Volto, and we discussed the design and the layout of the pages and other stuff. It is a really good approach, because when you talk about layout with the editors, which didn't study nothing about the design or something, it is not easy to explain what you are doing or what you expect. You can write it down and do a little wireframe, but using a live website and saying, okay, you can do this and customize this part on these ways. They had a clear vision of what they can expect from the layout and from the website. So it's starting in time. Yeah. What about this? Volto uses semantic. I hope you follow the trainings or the Rob talk about yesterday. So with Pastanaga and semantic UI underlying, you can create a site theme which is compiled by custom variables and custom pieces of style sheet. So one common approach is to ignore the variables because they are like there is a plenty of variables. So many people I heard they ignore it and add custom style sheets. But I wanted to try to don't do it and yeah, there are very quite a lot of variables. I created a file which added the basic semantic UI variables from globals, and I took the variables from Pastanaga, so I had the full stack of variables. Okay, I customized the colors and other stuff. It was like this. Okay, it is Pastanaga, yeah, but I have the links in green. Yay! So the editors were starting to see colors and other stuff I was customizing. I thought, okay, yeah, we're going in that way. Cool. So the custom styles for blocks and other content. After that, we discussed on the real design of the website. So add the custom blocks if needed. Yeah, I will just tiles. It is not correct. I add a new tile with an image background and the title, the main title, the content. But it's simple. I like the image tile block. Sorry, again. That's it. After this, I want to add other blocks and other custom styles from inline stuff or other things. And the website is now ready, but not published yet. I'm sorry. So, in my conclusions, I want to summarize my thought. Nice dev experience, because with React, developers can enjoy developing, and it is funny. Live reload and other stuff are super handy, and semantic UI theming is quite comfy. Pastanaga Semantic use a good base for starting and design. And the theming engine I started appreciating it because it is complex in the first time you see it because of the variables and the 3 levels of theming. But it is a good way to do it, the theming. Editors UX from my pillows from the contents. It is really nice and people are super happy and they see cool things while they creating it. The UI is cool, so it's really super happy. They had some experience with other CMS or websites they created, and in the comparison, they're really, really happy. Good point. Underlying, I had Plone CMS with user management and permissions, its security, which is a part I really considered, and I'm happy with it. And the last part is I tried to deploy it, and the the docs were not in like the first page, yeah, but there are docs about it, and PM2 is really a cool package. I've never tried before, but it's really cool and works fine. The configuration is in the docs, and I launched it and finished. Yeah. So, by conclusion, the process I followed is it's by prototyping, because I show the new block or the new stuff on the theme part. I had some feedback from my users, from my editors. I went by iterations on it. It is really, really lean, and in the conclusion, I had like a week of work, but only during the night. It is a good. I am happy. I didn't waste time. So, grazie. Uh,
Do we have any questions?
yeah, don't be shy. Come on. Okay.
It's good to see. I also looked at Volto the last months, like, oh, maybe I've got some small website where I can try things. One thing that was when I'm looking through all the photo stuff, one basic functionality I missed there, but I thought, okay, let's wait a while, I'll have to look into it, is when you add images, you can only upload them, I think, in Volto 3, and you cannot link to existing web images already in the website.
Yeah.
Did your editors also notice that? Did you have a small workaround until, I mean, it was going to be solved in Volto 4. But did you get small things like that? Like, oh, there's something not there, and I'll have a quick workaround in the prototype?
Oh, well, I didn't work on the Volto code for this project. I only I only say to my editors, do this and this, and do not do that, because in the lean process I had to. On future development, surely Volto will be more stable, and there are a lot of features pending from reviews or finishing the work. So what I can say is that Volto is user-friendly, for sure. If you have any suggestion, open an issue. And after that, in my experience, it had not a bad. The thing about the me images, for example, the editors didn't notice that, so it was not a problem.
Okay, I tried to sample up, making sample up before half years ago. So I can't find UI. My question is how to find variable for the customer seeming customize. I can't find UI sample and for example the storybooks or something else. So I can't find the example for the customized for the theming.
Yeah, the base theming engine examples are in semantic UI documentation. And furthermore, you have docs about the React implementation of it. In Volto docs, I don't remember if in the Volto docs there is something about it, but for sure you can find the theme folder in which there are the theme is available, and in there you can expect the variables, because there is a file named variables. Yeah.
First, I want to say sorry for the sorry state of the documentation, but it's going to improve, and we
Oh, I
are
know it. Yeah.
no, and we are going to stress that out during the sprints. And if there's anybody that is interested and also in helping, we are out of hands. I mean, we are short on hands, and we are happy to have it. Regarding something what you mentioned about the how to upgrade to Volto 4, we are maintaining an upgrade guide in the documentation itself.
Yeah, perfect.
The same way that we are doing in Plone REST API. So if you really want to try out Alpha 9, Volto 4 Alpha 9, which is the latest release version, go there and you'll see all the steps that you should follow to migrate your existing code to Volto 4.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions? If you could name like 3 things that you would like to see from like your experience like being documented, what would that be?
There are really few documentation about blocks, for example. The first thing. Any update?
Like, can you name 3?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about it. So the blocks. I don't know. Because I am into the development of the
Deployment worked okay.
Deployment is a good thing. We have it, but we should move it on the data docs. And many people are asking me, it's cool. It is a cool project and it's working fine, but how can I grow the website and a project like a really big project and a big website with several sections. In Plone, we develop really big solutions. Many people can see how to do it with Volto. I don't have the answer now because I didn't try it. You probably have the answer because I know you did it. So probably some example in the documentation could be a way to do it.
So yeah, regarding scaling, I don't see any problem at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
And we have like 2 really large projects right now going on. One like one intranet like solution for like up to 10,000 users, and another like really high-profile government website. And I don't expect we will like have to deliver that by the end of the year. And I don't expect anything like to happen in terms of scaling because so far like scaling went really well with Volto, right? And regarding the other like 2 points for the deployment, did you saw like the crappy like poor man's version for the PM2 that I uploaded like 2 weeks ago? Did you use that or?
I guess not.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay,
there's
perfect.
something, and if anybody
That's
like
nice.
wants to like pick up that at the sprint, that would be great because like I basically shared like just the Nginx and Apache configuration that we use and the PM2 config file. That's
Yeah.
it, right? But without like much explanations. So if anybody wants to like polish that, that would be great. All the things that we need are there, and we are using that in production. Regarding the blocks, we have documentation now for that already, how to do that, and like we tried that out with our 2 interns last week actually, and we like gave them the task to create blocks on their own without like help from me or Victor or anybody else, and they succeeded like within like I don't know like an hour or so. They came back to me and say, yeah, we're done with our block, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
So we are getting there, but like especially like if you're new to Volto, like please come to the sprint and help us like documenting those things because we're already knee deep into Volto, right? And we don't have a good perspective on new things and how to explain that, right? Like everybody here in the room can do way better job of documenting this stuff, and we have everything here. and we are happy to share everything that we have, but we have to definitely improve the documentation, right? That's really important.
So great news, people. So stay tuned about the docs about Volto, and my pros and cons just changed. So they have removed 2 cons. Perfect. Use Volto. Yeah, the good the good choice. Okay.
To be more
Yeah.
specific, how to build blogs now, it's documented in the training that I gave. So in the
Okay.
hands-on training, that documentation should go also into the main Volto documentation. So one of the tasks that is to be done, and I plan to do it during this plan, is to transfer those that documentation.
Okay.
That
But
explains
you wrote down. Yeah.
exactly how to do blogs in Volto 4. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think we have time for one last question.
Hi, good morning. I will be very quick as more a question to the Volto team. I have a wish, also another wish, maybe it's possible to convince customers to apply Volto and to go with it, maybe to add references to projects that are running. So still we have not so much, but all what we have somewhere on the docs or whatever, I think will be a good start also for Volto to use. Thank you.
We're out of time, I'm sorry. You'll have to pick it up later. But thank you very much, Nicola.
Thank you.